Hey, good morning. Today is Thursday, October 22nd, and I'm going to do a really dumb thing, which is try to live solve the New York Times puzzle. Thursday Times is one of the top puzzles that's likely to give me trouble. And this puzzle is by Sid Sivakumar, who is one of the constructors most likely to give me some trouble. Really exceptional constructor. I don't think he's got that many puzzles, but the last few have been really good. So we're going to give it a shot. Let's see what we got. Happy Thursday. All right. Hope you're ready. Let's try it. A wristwatch part. I'm not totally sure what that is right off the bat. Promote. It's like hype, maybe. And a hinge. Could that be the wristwatch part? It's used to carry out an order. Gear for the bench. Gear for the bench. So that's like weights, right? I mean, a weight bench. Fracas is like a do or din, possibly. This is a terrible start. I mean, geez, this is awful. Look over. I want that to be peruse, but that doesn't fit. Whoops. And a rock band with a 1980 album that went 25 times platinum. Like, is that AC/DC, I think? And then this would be Mahershala Ali. Oops. Just a brutal start, guys. I hope you won't hold this against me. A corporate leader in charge of blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Well, place I think is going to be Lou, Lieu, right? On of being John Malkovich is John Cusack. I recently rewatched that, and it is just like such a brilliant movie and so well acted and directed. Blown away. So corporate leader in charge of 35 Down. I mean, this must be the CIA, right? And a not so great depression is a dent, maybe. Just a small depression, I think. That's amazing. Wow. Perhaps. Crumbles away, erodes. Oh boy. So that's, who knows what that's going to be. Let's see. They put in long hours. They put in long hours to get better hours. That's an interesting clue. And it doesn't look necessarily like there's going to be a theme here. That seems like a tricky one, though. Emmy-winning actress Aduba. I'm really not sure what that is, and I have a feeling that's going to be an unusual first name. A strong base. What's theorized to have preceded the Big Bang? Puts off in a way. Like tapers, maybe? Or go slowly. That's probably ooze, right? Something with me. Walk with me? Walk with me? Oh, right. I don't know if wow is right, so let's try to get rid of that. This is a really great example of how not to solve a crossword puzzle. So just do the opposite of what I'm doing. Showy wraps. So that's probably boas, like a boa in a burlesque show. Telephone when all lit up. So these question mark clues, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a theme, but it looks like they're going to be a little tricky. So I'm going to try and just breeze through the acrosses and get to the downs. Word seen above a mugshot. Oh, I want that to be alias, but I guess it's probably wanted, dead or alive. The polar opposites have in common nil, maybe? Like, no? I don't know. Graceful leap. So I think that's probably going to be an ice skating thing, like an axle or a Lutz. But I don't know. It may lead up to a letdown. Oof. When some people break for lunch? It's probably 1 p.m. Something fresh, like ready fresh, oxy-fresh. Red slips of paper. Boy. This is very tricky cluing in general. Some of the fill that's here isn't. These are all very gettable answers, but just the way they're clued is pretty tricky. So we'll See if we can get to the bottom of it. Laura Dern, right? What's uttered by a mime? What's uttered by a mime? Yikes. Pot shots. Sprinkle with. Second busiest airport. I hate clues like that. It's like, I don't know the rank of how busy airports are. I have a good sense of which the busy airports are, but I think Atlanta is the number one busiest, maybe. So this could be like JFK, LAX, SFO. I don't know. Blank ears, like dog ears, I think. That's for a brand that's easy to read in a mirror. OXO. Keep going. Oh, so there is a theme here. Keeps going despite fatigue, or a hint to 3 features of this puzzle. Yikes. So this is going to be complicated. What was I thinking solving this Thursday puzzle? Military missions informally are ops. A wedding wears a gown. Laugh riot is funny. Opposition are foes. Oh wait, foe? And it's gone. Poof, it's gone. That sounds good. Expo. So I guess it's foe. Spot. Could be like a spy. They may be given in relief. Okay. So we're not doing great. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of blame you guys. You've contributed very little to this solve so far. So step it up on the downs, okay? So promote. Well, I feel pretty good about erode. So I think promote, I think this is right. But promote, I'm not sure. I wanted that to be hype. It's used to carry out an order. Yikes. Gear for the bench. Could it be like a robe, like for a judge? And then fracas adieu. That's what I wanted at first. So wristwatch part is a strap, I'm going to say. Promote, sell. Okay, so this is coming together a little bit. It's used to carry out an order. It's like a tray, just a tray. Strong base, lie. So strong base is a lie because it's very basic, the opposite of acidic. And it's used to carry out a must be tray. Lab. They put in long hours to get better hours. Labor unions. Boom. So CIO. So that's like the AFL-CIO, which is actually a labor union, right? So it's kind of a nice intersection there. Look over. So do I just not know how to spell peruse? I want peruse to be P-E-R-U-S-E, but look over. That's awkward if I don't know how to spell peruse, but enthusiastic reply to wanna try. Can't wait. I'd love to. There's just a lot of things that could go there. Something with me. Many a 4-wheel drive ride. So is it like SUVs? No, but this doesn't seem like it'd be plural. Name on both The Simpsons and South Park. That is interesting. I mean, I know both of those pretty well. Name on both The Simpsons and South Park. Interesting. I mean, labor unions has to be right. They cause rolling of the eyes, not rolling in the aisles. So like groaners, maybe? Groaners. Oh. So it's like dad jokes. Oh, maybe it's just dad jokes. Puts off in a way. Woos outside one's league, so to speak. Woos outside one's league, so to speak. Dates up. Oh wait, dates. Boy, dates up feels pretty good there, but misleading malware. I am just doing terribly here. It brings the heat. It brings the heat. Place to catch shrimp. It's like the bayou, maybe. Not accidental, on purpose. Okay, so something's going on here. That's the deal. Because this is peruse, and I do know how to spell peruse. Thank you very much. And then this is on purpose, but there's an extra thing there. So there's some kind of a trick here. So let's sprinkle with pepper. That's good. If I work backwards, I mean, I know that this could be a P, right? It may lead up to a letdown, hype. So that's what I wanted in the other place. But Harrison, but not Ford. Let's see. Not accidental. So, I mean, this is a U and this is IOU, right? And then BUR. So one of these is going to be an R. But I have no idea what the other is going to be. And then same thing here. Like, is this dates up and there's just something funky going on here? Misleading malware. Brings me. I got these. Okay. Aid in catching shrimp. Like a net, but a trap. Had a home cooked meal, ate in. Observance once known as quadragesima for 40th. Yikes. Harrison, but not Ford. I mean, what could this be? Like wig, WHIG, whim. No, that doesn't sound right. A whip, a whiz. I have no idea. Figures are an example of gets darker in a way. One's arranging spots. Gall, like nerve. Oh, this is really ugly. Approximate weight of a liter of water. Oops. A liter of water. How much would a liter of water weigh? I mean, it's not. I mean, what even unit are we talking about here? It's not pounds. Green splats on Rotten Tomatoes. Those are cans, maybe. Bemoans. So this is going to be ruse, I'd say, which means gown is incorrect. I might have a digital pick. Its name is said to mean people of the mountains. Ugh. Where squatters may be seen. Gyms. Okay. Defeat just barely. Eek. Okay. Word that becomes a synonym if you change something to something. I'm not even going to move that box because I don't know what that is. A 3D test. Okay. So I'm in trouble here. I have no idea what's going on. Let's see if I can figure out what the theme is. Keeps going despite fatigue. And it's a U. I mean, where is it? Peruse. That's amazing. So, I mean, that could be wow, but then this one is also that's amazing. And really, I don't have any. Go slowly. Like, that's probably not ooze. Boy, this is devastating. I'm just so embarrassed. What's theorized to have preceded the Big Bang? Puts off in a way. Puts off in a way. Huh. Downhearted softies. Oops. Duvets. Okay, because they have the heart of down. So this is something really weird's going on here. I mean, this is peruse. This is SUV. And so this must be Ned. I just don't understand what's supposed to go here. Like this just doesn't really add up for me. Eyeball's a cad. Telephone when all lit up. Telephone when all lit up. Graceful leap is a jeté. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's a ballet term. Something fresh. Ugh. I have no idea what 5-star hotels in Kolkata are. And is Kolkata, is that a different name for Calcutta? I mean, is this in India? I don't even know. Like Goa, maybe? Figures. Endure punishment. Like take it, perhaps? What's uttered by a mime? Pot shots. Second busiest. Well, since I've got Panzer, I'm gonna say this is LAX. Does that work? One's arranging spots. Oh, so add execs. Okay. Keeps going. Oops. Keeps going despite fatigue. Yikes. Wedding wear. Oh, maybe this is veil. Feet really like nip. Okay. Yeah, runs on empty. Okay, so I've got the revealer. That's very helpful. Runs on empty. Into the 3 features of this puzzle. Runs on empty. So is it just going to be like blank? I mean, is that possible? I don't think I've ever seen that before, but really having a hard time. Left, right is a scream. Spot a spy. And so nip was confirmed there. And word that becomes blah, blah, blah. Okay, sly. They may be given in relief. 3D test is an MRI. Okay, so dog is wrong here. This is going to be JPEG, right? And what would that be? So this must be Utah. And jug ears. Sifts. I don't really know what that is. They may be given in relief. Sifts. Huh. Right, so enthusiastic reply to want to try. Do I ever? Or like would I ever? Okay, that's not a great answer. I don't love that. It must be like oven fresh. And that makes sense. So 40th. So that's gonna be Lent because it's 40 days, right? Telephone all lit up. Something dial. Huh. Interesting. So this must be wow. That's amazing. Which means this could be ooze and ooze puts off in the way. Wow. Puts off in a way. This is. What could this down clue be? Something with me. What with me? Whom with me? And like this, I mean, geez, this is I mean, I've got to have something wrong here. I mean, there's no way that this can be right. puts off in a way. Oh, so tables. Oh, okay. So tables, to put it off, is to table a discussion. Who's with me? And ouzo, I'm not familiar with that, but dad jokes is bad jokes. That's tough because, boy, dad jokes really works there, and you hear the phrase dad jokes all the time now. So I'm surprised that's not what that was. So I'm sure this is dates up, but I still don't know how to fill this in. Misleading malware. It brings the heat. It brings the heat. Like something's wrong here, right? Aid in catching shrimp. So this, maybe instead of when people break for lunch 1 p.m., maybe it's at 1. I'm gonna try that. Aid in catching shrimp. So I'm gonna say this is, so is that how this works? Okay. What's theorized to have preceded the Big Bang? Nothing. So it is vacant. And then the answer for this one, nil. So it is vacant. Wow. This is like Sid. Man, holy cow. So it brings the heat, sun, and so telephone when all lit up, drunk dial. That's nice. That's a good one. And so it's gonna be blank. So it's TRO, like a Trojan, maybe. I'm gonna say that's a Trojan, like a Trojan horse. And then this is sun, and this is net. Great. Harrison is an example of, but not Ford. Figures are data. So this must be the Taj Bengal. It's darker in a way. Tans. That goes nicely with it brings the heat, sun. Brings the heat, sun. Gall is nerve. So is this going to be a blank one? What's uttered by a mime? Nothing. That's really clever. Man, I wish I was as smart as Sid Sivakumar. Approximate weight of a liter of water is pot shots are snipes. So kilo is what a liter of water weighs, I guess. So that's blank. That's blank. Founder of the Sikh religion. This has to be an R, and this has to be a U. I have no idea what this is, though. Guru? And then I wonder what I'm going to have to fill. Maybe these are just like dashes. Dash, dash, dash. Dash, dash, dash. Come on, fingers crossed. Ooh. So this is awful because I'm not really sure how this is supposed to, what this is supposed to look like. And I feel pretty good about these answers. Strap, ACDC, wow, erodes, Lou, ooh, labor unions, ouzo, lie, tables, duvets, cad, boas, drunk dial, wanted, jete, hype, atone, at 1. Oven, I use Taj, take it, guru, I mean, this one could be wrong, but Guru Nanak. I mean, that doesn't sound familiar, but all those crosses look pretty good to me. Dern, Snipes, Pepper, LAX, Jug, Oxo, runs on empty, Ops, They'll scream. Is this MRI? MR. Gotta be MR. Oh, God. I just had a misspelling. Wow. That's what happens when you do a tough puzzle in a live solve is you forget how to solve crossword puzzles and you write things like JPEP instead of JPEG. Really ridiculous. So this is a brilliant puzzle. I don't know. I'd imagine that something along these lines has been done before, but I'm pretty impressed. I mean, these clues indicate they're synonyms for nothing. I mean, what is a mime? Not synonyms, but they clue nothing. They clue these blanks just as is. And I do have a problem with, sometimes, especially on Thursdays in the New York Times, when it's like, okay, so what exactly am I supposed to put here? I mean, dash isn't really accurate. It is blank. I mean, blank would be closer to the spirit of the clue. But oh well. So runs on empty. I mean, that's a nice theme. Really, just like really. I mean, this was just really smart. It took me 23 something minutes, which honestly, given the trickiness of this and the live solve and how just generally dumb I am at this hour of the morning, not too bad. This over here, I don't know why Who's With Me seemed so hard. I mean, in retrospect, that seems really obvious, but when it was just WH, what with me, whom with me, I thought of everything besides Who's With Me. Love John Cusack. As I mentioned, being John Malkovich, just rewatch that. This dad jokes thing, I think that's tough. Guru Nanak, I think, is unreasonable, Phil. I've never heard of that. And I can't say that like Sikh religion is a very common thing. Most people don't know much about Sikh religion. It doesn't come up much in crosswords. And the idea that you might know the founder of the Sikh religion seems like a stretch. So that's a little bit tough. Generally speaking, though, this was pretty nice. Like a lot of the fill was pretty common. Looking around this grid, there's just a lot of very common fill, but it's really cleverly clued and difficult cluing. It's interesting. I also think it's interesting, like, this is probably just a coincidence, but N space ED, N space ET, N space ER. Like, is it just a coincidence? I don't know. But it's got kind of a nice look to it. Of course, it's not all of the theme answers, but anyways, I've taken up enough of your guys' time. Really appreciate you joining me for this live solve of the Thursday New York Times puzzle. And I'm glad that I finished it. That would have been embarrassing if I didn't, but we got through it and appreciate your help. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.